So it is Tuesday, May 11th, and I'm going to do my recap. Losing day, $550. Just not doing well. This puts me getting down for the week. I mean, only $500 for the week, but look, my performance recently has just been terrible. We're already like halfway through the month, and I'm down again. I mean, we still have, not halfway through the month. It's not true. We still have 2.5 weeks. So we'll see, but it's not good. It's already 3 days, 3 winning days, 3 losing days. Just not good. I just cannot seem to get my head straight. Honestly, I just cannot seem to yeah. And today, terrible. I disobeyed my risk management rules. Got all the way down to 2,000, made all the way back up, and then gave back some more. As it couldn't end up any other way. So look how much I traded today. Like it was just a mess all over the place. Yeah, a little bit embarrassing again. Quite embarrassing to be honest. And I'm not gonna lie, quite embarrassing. And but yeah, this is just goes to show that I still have a lot of work to do, and I my consistency is what I have to work on, and I'm not working. My consistency is not good. So my risk management is not good. I'm not following the plans that I set up for myself. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in this video. But yeah. So my first trade of the day was NIO. I went short 32.56. Why did I go short? Your guess is as good as mine. There's no real good reason why I went short, honestly. I thought that the 9 EMA was very far away on the 1 minute and on the 5 minute too. So over here I went short. I really thought that the 5 minute 9 EMA was really very far away. So I wanted to maybe catch some momentum back to that, but obviously that setup wasn't good. So I went short 1,000 shares. I was having not a good loser. Added at 32.95 and I covered at 32.83, so I didn't lose that much money. My average was like 32.75 or something. So, you know, I saved that. And I saved that one. Then what I did again is I went short one more time. Apparently, I don't know why I have this focus on going against the trend. I went short at 9.33 because I want to see an L4 rejection over here. But again, just not a good idea. I got stopped out at 33.01. And what happened then is I went long. I'm like, okay, this time, it's definitely not coming down. Let me come up. It looks like a great breakout trade. Let me go long. And I went long at 33.06. And I exited right at the L3, which was my first target. Should have let it out play. I should have let it play out more. It had a much more momentum, much more room, but at least with that, I got myself up in the day, not by much, or maybe not. I'm not sure. But yeah, not really because yeah, I went into riot. So again, like yeah, I was just going against trends, and not only that, I wasn't like cutting losses accordingly. Like here, I went short 27.77. My stop should have been 28, at least the max 28.09. So I went short for the same setup on L4 rejection, but again, just not got stopped out at 28.25. My stop should have been right above L4. So want it or not, that's another $250 that I lose there. Again, wanting to go short, so I went short one more time in IO. What is the setup here? The setup is, I don't know. It's whole number setup. I guess the setup was no real good setup. Honestly, no good setup. No good reasoning for me to go short. Honestly, there's just no reason. I stopped out 34.08. Then I went short XBEV. Why did I go short? I just don't know, man. I just don't know. I was a big mess. I was a huge mess, right? I mean, I went short XBEV, 2,000 shares. At what price I went short? 9.45. So I went short right over here. Okay, why did I go short? Well, rejected L3, and maybe we were starting to get some momentum towards the downside. I wanted to see a little bit of this break over here and maybe get past L4. It got to L4, didn't break, and I covered at 25.04. So right above. I mean, at this trade, the stop loss is okay, honestly. Maybe could have stopped better here, but the stop loss is above L3. It's a good stop loss. It's a shame because it did end up, rejecting around here and coming back down, but you never know. And then that's when the mess started really happening. I went short plug, no stop loss for a previous day close. I would still was just going short, short. I don't know why I went short so many times. I really just don't understand it. Just going against the trend is really quite bad. Went short 1,000 shares in plug here. What was that? So when short plug, yeah, when short plug here, and my stop loss, I was looking for a previous day close one. Previous day close, elevated volume here. Maybe there was a little bit of a rejection at the previous day close, but definitely not. I didn't cover. I didn't put my stop loss over here. That should have been the stop 29.10, and instead I get up 20.43. So all the way up here with the 50-cent stop loss, I didn't adjust it, so that took me out completely. So that's another $400 loss. And then I decided to go short again, plug 2,000 shares at 9.47. So as soon as I get out, I go again short. I mean, it just makes no sense whatsoever, right? I mean, 2,000 shares. No, okay, that is the same. Okay. Then I went long, Riot. Got stopped. I went long, 2,000 shares, Riot. Trying to go with the trend at that point. What time is that? 9:58. Okay, try to go short here. It does a little bit, but then I get stopped out, 28.74, and then I decide to go short. And it goes to show, like, just one trade can really change everything, because I went short 2,000 shares at 28.80. So right around here, and if I would have just let the whole trade play out, that would have been a $1,600 win. But instead I get out of 28.50 and I just barely make any money, So again, like timing my trades, hitting targets, just non-existent today, honestly. Just absolutely non-existent. Then I went long one more time, Riot, and got stopped out, I think. 28.21, 10.06. So yeah, I went short one more time, and I don't know where I covered, honestly. I have no idea where I covered. Riot, I don't know where I'll have to take a look here. Let's see. Yeah, so NIO, big mess. Riot. Okay, that's when I went long. Lost $300. I could have made some money, but I didn't take it. It's fine. Wanted to look for the breakout. Riot. 28.21, and then I covered at 27.90. Okay, that's not bad. I wanted to add again there, but you see, missed out on a good opportunity there. Plug was just a mess. Went short cover, went short. It was just a big mess, man. I don't know how I lost $1,650 there. What a fucking mess. Oh yeah, here, and then I go short here again. Just a big mess. Terrible mess, man. Terrible fucking mess. NIO, I went. This time I did go short. It did work out. I did make money there. Could have, should have added $2,000. 2,000 shares to this trade. That would have been quite awesome. Well, I actually did. I actually did. NIO, I went long right. I caught a good move there. That was good. And then, last trade I'm done. I come back. I take one more trade. My stop should be above 28.05. I let it go 4 cents more, 5 cents more. Sorry, like 40 cents more than what it should. Of course, a $600 loss just to close the day. Then I have one last trade at NIO, where obviously it's a great trade, but I just take it off very soon and whatever, So, yeah, I guess I was rocked. I was rocked by having losers, and I didn't obey any of the rules that I set myself up for. Disappointing again. The good thing is I lost $550, which is kind of like my max daily stop loss, but I didn't even obey that today, because I was down, and then I got myself down to $2,000. So again, very disappointing, extremely disappointing. At least I'm only down $500 for the month, which is, recoverable, but still, yeah, just goes to show again, I have to, I'm not trading well, man. I'm just not trading well. And this is the typical day where I lose money when it's a day where everything is coming up, etc., etc. But still, I didn't do well. What are the three? Because what are the three things that I didn't do well? Well, number one, I didn't walk away when I lost $500. That's number one. Number two is playbook trades. Although there were some playbook trades that I was taking, what I didn't do is execute them right in the sense like I didn't have a planned entry and a planned exit. There was none of that. I took so many trades and there was just no, like over here I got stopped out, I went short here and I got stopped out over here. No, my planned exit should have been here. Like there has to be, as soon as I enter a trade, there has to be a planned target and a planned stop loss in every single trade. And today I didn't do it for none, like for zero trades. Like what was my? I'm going here for the breakout. What is my planned exit? Is it here, 29.30? Is that my planned target? Because to get it here and get there, okay, that may be a trade that works. But what if it doesn't? Over here I went short, right? Then I went short in the 2080s. Why didn't I let it go all the way to L4? That would have been the planned target, and the exit would have been above L3. So I'm just not having the consistency in applying these trades. So I have to. I'm just gonna write it down in a piece of paper and put it in front of me, man. Like literally, just put it in front of me, so I can just remember that what I have to do. NIO the same. I mean, when for a long trade, a breakout trade, like okay, I did reach the first target, but why not let it go more? It's above the 5 minute 9 EMA. The thing I was worrying is like so far away from the 5 minute 9 EMA, so I really wasn't that convinced about it. But still, that was the setup. Honestly, went long here, didn't really let it play out. Shame again. Like what? Why did I just exit at 25? Why don't I let it play out? Why don't I choose a target and let it play out? Both for the stop loss and the winners. Plug. Okay, this stood I went short and this thing just spiked up, but still, no excuse. My stop should have been here. If it's a previous day close trade, my stop has to be above the previous day close. So again, I failed in my job. My job was literally two things. Again, I failed. I mean, like three things. Number one, leave if I lose $500 or more. That's number one thing in the day. Number two is take playbook trades. Okay, that is more or less. I mean, I didn't really do it. Honestly, I didn't really take many playbook trades. I mean, maybe Riot was a playbook trade over here. Short off of L3, that is a playbook trade. NIO. NIO, maybe after the previous day close, that should have been a playbook trade that I could have taken. This is also a good playbook trade. I didn't take it here. I did take it over here. So just no planned exits, no planned entries. So that's what's gonna happen, man. I'm gonna have bad results, consistently bad results over time. And if I start doing the opposite, I'm gonna have good results. So in plug, like, why did I give back so much money? Well, in plug, okay, so I went short 1,000 shares, stop loss $400 more than what it should have been. Then I went short again 2,000 shares right over here. Okay, so I went short again. Okay, let's see, where did I go short? Went short here 2,000 shares. Stop loss should have been, yeah, above R3, man. Instead, with 2,000 shares, that's now $700 more that I lost. And then I went short 2,000 more shares, get stopped out. And then I went short 3,000 shares, get stopped out. 1,000 shares. It did work out at the end of this little trade here. Just trying to find gold where there's no gold to be found. It's obvious that this thing is above R3. It's just not a good setup, man. Especially after it breaks previous day close and yeah, with Riot the same, man. Like I was looking at the QQQs and maybe they were pulling back a little bit, yada yada. I was looking for L4, L4, bounce back to L5, but first of all, the trend is up, right? I mean, okay, here I was looking at it. Was it here that I took it? Was it at 11? Yeah, at 11. I took it here. I mean, it is above the 5-minute 9 EMA. Just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense, this trade. And I get stopped out. Bounces off of VWAP. It just doesn't make any sense. Really. It really just doesn't. Especially after I worked so hard to get myself back up in the green, I was up $1, I was up one, So yeah, no planned entry, no planned, no, not planned entry, but no target, no stop loss. That's what's gonna happen consistently, consistently. That's what's gonna happen. Instead, if I would have been patient, let's wait. Could have done here an L4 trade. Could have gone in short here, get stopped out. It's fine. I can maybe go long after it works out. Maybe reach L3. That's the thing. Like I can flip positions, but only if I'm exiting at the right moment. Because if I